Everybody, today is Thursday, September 5th. It's 6:08 a.m. and I got an offer from Uber Eats to go to Einstein Bagels. I'm gonna get $9.60 for 4.2 miles. Well, it's just another work day, and yesterday was not so good, and it looks like today is gonna be better because I got a job or an assignment like right away. It seems like the moment I turned the app on, something good came in. So that is usually a good omen that the day is going to be productive. So hopefully that will be the case. And I don't really like Einstein Bagels. I don't like it because usually the order is not ready. And you gotta stand there in an awkward spot as other customers come in, regular customers. And then they're wondering like why you're standing there. And sometimes they make conversation with you because then they realize you're like a delivery driver. And they start chatting you up in there and you're like, I just wanna get my stuff and go. So I don't know. But maybe it will be ready. It's about a 50-50 chance. And I suppose it's better than that other breakfast place, Scrambled, where you have to sit outside on that bench, so in the heat. And so at least I'm in the air conditioning. And I usually just end up reading the news articles on my phone while I'm waiting, and that sort of puts me in a bubble where people usually don't bother me, but every once in a while you get a chatty Cathy, and then you got to tell them your whole life story. So we'll see what happens when I get there. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a nice day, buddy.
You too. News, the order was ready, which was awesome. 5 minutes, 1.6 miles, going to a house, leave at the door, don't ring or knock, please. Thank you.
Turn right on South Manda Way. Turn right on South Manda Way, then turn left on Menons Avenue. Drop off.
Drop off. Got the next one coming up from Uber Eats, $6, going to Pink Box for 2.1 miles. About 6:51 a.m. and so far the orders are flowing in pretty normal, but it would be nicer if I would get an order coming in immediately after I drop something off. That's how it's supposed to work. You're supposed to pick something up, drop it off, and then boom, you're supposed to be getting this great offer to take you to your next delivery. So right now it's not doing that. So it's still good though, because at least I'm not sitting at home for a really long time. So that's better than nothing. Well, we're just about there, but with all this traffic, I guess I'm going to turn here because I don't trust the, whoa, don't drop one of those palm tree fronds on my car. They're trimming the palm trees.
Turn left.
They really should block off that turn. One of those palm fronds is easily going to land on a car. You watch. You just watch and see, everybody. Someone's going to get their car damaged, and
Turn
then
left.
the landscapers are just gonna run away. They're gonna hop in their car and disappear.
Pick up.
Pick up, everybody. Okay, well, I got the box in the car. I like the new design for the boxes. That's kind of fun. Uber Eats, $10, 2 cents, 20.5 miles. Hell no. I like the design of the new boxes. They're kind of cool. I thought for a sec, I was a bit confused though because it was so patriotic looking. I thought, am I hallucinating? Didn't the 4th of July already pass? But maybe it's decorated
right.
like that for another reason. Maybe there's some other holiday. Maybe, I guess, maybe Labor Day is kind of
Turn
like a, it's kind of like a patriotic day, I guess. Maybe that's why they did it. I don't know. I didn't really look closely at the box to figure out what was going on. So we're headed off to an apartment. It's a meet at the door. They have a whole bunch of instructions about how to get to the apartment, and they gave a gate code. Uber Eats, $7.03, 9.3 miles, no. Let's follow the instructions. Let's see. When you come into the gate, make a left. All right, I am making a left. And then what do I do, customer? And then
Turn
make a
right,
right
then
at the
turn left on
stop
Amadeus
sign.
Parkway.
Oh, navigation says to make when you make a right at the stop sign. Okay, well, this is the stop sign, so I'm making a right, even though the navigation says to make a left. Go all the way down and make a left.
Smiling face.
Oh, and then she interrupts me with one of her text
Turn left
messages.
on Amadeus Parkway, then drop off on the
Go
left.
all the way down and make a left, and then look for this carport number. Okay, I'm gonna make a left, and then I'm gonna look for that carport number. Would you stop sending me messages? What's the carport number? Okay, so let's look for that carport number.
Drop off on the left.
Oh, there it is, and there's nobody in the parking spot. Nice. All right, thank you for the good instructions. All right, I got the next offer, and it's from DoorDash. I'm going to be getting $14.50 for 6.6 miles. I got to first go to Walgreens and shop for 6 items. And then I got to go to Denny's, and then I'm going to drop it all off at one customer's house or apartment. All right, let's go. Okay, well, we're just about there at Walgreens. I'm going to be getting a Reese's Big Cup. I got one of those last time I was here. A Sprite and a jug of Arnold Palmer lemonade. I got that here last time as well. What a weird coincidence. Maybe it's like the same customer. He just loves his Arnold Palmer and Reese's.
Are they all the light?
Yeah, they're all alike. They weren't gonna have the Reese's because it was the one with Reese's Pieces inside of it, and that was not the problem. It was actually they had no more Sprite. And I was like, well, they don't have any Sprite. This is not even possible. That is the most common beverage that usually is always available in the refrigerated section, but there were no Sprites. I mean, there was like 1 bottle left, but they wanted 5 bottles. And I was like, well, no. And I went to the non-refrigerated section where they have sodas, and they had a 6-pack of bottles, you know, the plastic bottles of Sprite. And I went ahead and I got that. And then I was like, okay, well, that problem's solved. All I got to do now is get their Arnold Palmer iced tea, and that should be really simple, right? Nope, they didn't have any more left. I thought, oh no, this person really only wants 3 different things, and 2 out of the 3 things they don't have. And I hit the substitute button, and it said that they would also take the large cans of Arnold Palmer iced tea light. And in the refrigerated section, they had enough of them to fulfill the order. So it all worked out. And now I'm off to Denny's for the second part of this delivery. 6 minutes from here, 2.4 miles. And some people drive so reckless on the road. I was at the intersection waiting for the light to turn green. And of course, I did my usual safety routine where I slowly entered the intersection because I was at the very front. And this car comes flying through the intersection on a red light. And he was going probably about 70 miles an hour. And I was like, oh man, see, this is exactly why when I am driving and I'm at an intersection, I slowly proceed into the intersection. I don't hit that gas pedal like most people do, thinking that while the light's green, I'm in a race. And they step on it, and then somebody runs the red light, and you're dead. Great, thank you. Have a good day. Well, the order was ready, but the employees inside of Denny's were not ready. They were having problems. I think they get a lot of homeless people that go in there and, use the bathroom. And sometimes they hang out inside of the bathroom. When I was leaving, there was a homeless person that was walking in as I was walking out. So I'm sure they have a lot of problems because they're open 24 hours a day. And so they get a lot of, characters who start to realize that, hey, that's a good place to go when you got to go to the bathroom or you got to wash up or whatever. So they have that problem. But I finally got the food, thank goodness. And what is this navigation doing? First it was telling me to go one way. Now it's telling me to go another way. I'm like, what is happening? Now it's telling me to make a left on this street. Okay, so where are we going, and why are you giving me the runaround? First it told me to make a left on Serene. Now it's saying something else. What are you telling me? We're going to a house 9 minutes from here, 2.8 miles. Leave at my door. The gate code is leave the items to the right of the door. Where this intersection, everybody likes to run the red light like it's a freeway when you get on this road every time. 6 more minutes, 1.8 miles. This delivery for some reason does not feel like 6.6 miles. I think that the app, it would have been 6.6 miles if I would have gone to the Denny's first and then gone to the Walgreens. And I think that's what would have made it 6.6 miles. This actually feels to me like I have driven 9 miles. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Well, we're just about there, and there's 2 cars in front of me going the same direction, so the gate's gonna be open. Thank goodness. That's one good thing. So I don't have to worry about entering a code. And I don't know if I've been to this house or not. I always come into this neighborhood. I'm gonna have to make 2 trips. First I'm gonna put the stuff from Denny's at the door. And then I'm going to go back to the car and bring all the stuff from Walgreens over, because the Denny's order has, has food and it has 2 drinks. So my hands are gonna be full. I've been to this house, I think. Yeah, it looks very familiar. I'm gonna make a left here, and it's gonna be this house on the right. They're always ordering stuff. All right, here we is.
The customer requested you leave the order at their door. Additional instructions are provided in the Dasher app.
The next one, it is from DoorDash, $8.25 for 4 miles, going to Walgreens, and I'm going to be shopping for a total of 6 items. I'm pulling into the Walgreens, and we're going to be shopping for some electrolyte tablets. Going to be also getting some nice almond milk, chocolate covered something. Some cashews, chocolate covered, a case of water, and I think that is it. Alright, I got a second shopping order, and it's just for a pregnancy test. I'm out of here. That was a lot. That was a lot of chaos. I was in the middle of checking out for the first order at Walgreens when the second one came in that was like, the $5 for 1.1 miles, something like that. And I was like, well, that's worth it. So I pressed it, and then it immediately told me to start shopping for that customer's order and took me out of the screen to complete the order for the customer that I was standing at the register with, and the cashier was waiting for me to use my DoorDash card. And I said, well, I told the lady, well, an order just came in, and I hope that it goes through. If not, I'll just come back. And so, but it went through, and then I took it out to the car and put it in the trunk, and went back inside, and I got the second customer's stuff, or one item, the pregnancy test. So now I'm on my way to the first customer, 4 minutes, 1.9 miles. It's an apartment, and it's a leave at the door. Customer didn't provide a building number or a gate code, so I'm gonna just have to wing it when I get there. I have all the buildings labeled in my Google Maps, but I'm not sure if that complex is set up where the building numbers coincide with the apartment number doors. So I know one of them doesn't, but I can't. There's like 2 apartment complexes next to each other, and I know one of them, the numbers don't coincide, and the other one, they do. But I can't remember which one is which. So once again, I'm just gonna have to figure it out when I get there. All right, an old gate code seems to have worked for me. So, and I hope the building numbers match up. I cannot tell yet because I cannot see any labeling for the buildings. They're all washed out. They do not match. The numbers do not match. Great. Now I'm really screwed. While I was driving, the customer messaged me the building number and the gate code to get in. And of course, I went in through the wrong gate, so now I have to take the long way around to get to his building. Oh, so the second one, the pregnancy test one, believe it or not, is for the other apartment complex next door to this one. But I have to go the long way around to deliver it because the app is dumb. The app should have had me deliver the pregnancy test first, and then I would have just had to make a simple right turn and come here and complete the delivery. But instead, it's going to make me go about 1.5 miles out of my way to drop off this pregnancy test. Perfect. And also, there's a school that's people are arriving at school at this elementary school, and all the traffic is backed up. Yeah, I just love DoorDash. They really know how to make my day. I'm now officially stuck. People are trying to make left turns into the school where it's, I hope they're not turning into that driveway where it says do not enter. Oh no, they're not. They're trying to make lefts at the next light. And here's a bunch of people that need to cross to go to school. All DoorDash had to do was say, you know what, drop off first at the apartment with the pregnancy test, and I wouldn't be dealing with any of this. But you know what? They don't care. They're like, we don't care. It doesn't cost us any money. You just take your time, contractor. Take as much time as you need to finish your deliveries, because we don't care. It's free to us. We don't care if you waste gas. We don't care if you waste miles on your car. We don't care about your time. All we care about is that you complete the order and we get our money. Well, the next customer I'm going to, and I still haven't gotten there, is they gave me a building number, but they did not give me a gate code to get into the complex. So I'm hoping that there's one of these cars that's going back into the apartment complex, and they'll help me to get in. Oh, they just sent me something. They sent me the exact same information that they already gave me, except they didn't give me a darn gate code in the complex. And it should be this building here on the left, if I'm not mistaken. And I'll just park and hope this is it, because there's no labeling on the building. It's just telling me in my Google Maps that this is the building. So let's give it a whirl. That house that I dropped off that case of water to and those chocolates. Ooh, man, there was so much dog poop in his courtyard and it smelled so bad. I felt so bad for those dogs that have to live in that little tiny courtyard of that apartment. It is absolutely tragic. Oh boy. And dropping off the pregnancy test, no big deal. Once I finally got there, I parked right in front of the front door, so it was not a big deal. Something else is coming in. Oh, it's for Vons. No thanks. And it was $6.25 to shop for one item for 4.1 miles. Uber Eats, $5.19, 3.5 miles. No. Yeah, it's just one of those days where you end up going to places that are really depressing. And there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to hope that things get better for those animals. And yeah, that's all you can do. I'm almost at $45, so I guess that means I have about $15 more to go until I'm done, and it's only 8:50 a.m., so I'm doing good on time. This is going to be the last one, and I'm headed off to Vons, and this is from DoorDash. I'm getting $15.07 for 5 miles, and I have to shop for 5 items. All right, I got this one from DoorDash. It is $15.07 to shop at Vons for 24 items, and I have to drive 5 miles. As I recall, yesterday the road was closed to get to Vons, but maybe the road is open again. I'm gonna just stay in this current lane and hope the road is still open, because you know, just gotta stay optimistic and hope for the best. So maybe it will still be open, and I think I'm going to be about $1 or $2 short on hitting the goal of $60. But once Friday, Saturday, and Sunday come, I'm sure it's going to be real easy to get over that missing $1 or $2, since the weekend tends to give you know, really good money, more so than during the week. Jumped out of the lane because I saw something orange up front, and I thought that meant that the road was closed, but it looks like it's some type of construction vehicle that's just going really, really slow. And of course, because the fork in the road's coming up, I've got to get behind it. It's just the way it goes. There's nothing you can do about it. You just have to deal with all the stressful things that come with being a delivery driver. Well, we are shopping for bananas, watermelon bowl, yellow onion, Hawaiian sweet rolls, ground beef, green beans, mashed potatoes, pasta noodles, pasta sauce, gravy mix, salt, generic soda, Arrowhead spring water, cranberry grape juice, paper towels, paper plates, chicken wings, meatballs, a Marie Callender's lemon meringue pie, and Pillsbury Grand Flaky Layers buttermilk biscuits. All right, that wasn't too bad. Checking out. I'm glad this is the last one. I'm getting burned out. I was fine as I was headed to the register to check out, and then all of a sudden I just started to feel really grouchy, and I thought, well, it's gonna be okay. I'm just going to go to the register, and they're just gonna scan everything, and then I'll be out of there. And then I told the lady, I go, oh, can you? I said I have a barcode to scan, and she goes, okay. And then she just ignores me, and she keeps scanning and scanning the shopping order. And I'm like, wow, okay, so she's not going to scan the barcode right now. So then I start putting the groceries into the cart, the ones that she's bagged. And when it comes time for me to put the case of soda into the cart is angled in such a way where I can't really reach over the cart to put the case of soda in. So, but I still try anyway, and I can feel myself straining my shoulder, trying to lunge over the shopping cart to put the soda in the cart. And then while I'm trying to do that, she's like, oh, I can scan your barcode. And that set me off. So then all of a sudden my mood really shifted into a bad mood. And then when I pointed the phone to her for her to take a picture, it wouldn't scan. So she took my phone in her hand, laid it down on her little, on her counter, and scanned it that way. Then she doesn't hand me my phone back. She leaves it on her counter, and she leaves it on her counter, and then she's continuing to work on her checking out process. And boy, that was it. I was like, I am so ready to go home right now. I am so ready. It is not even funny. So she handed me back my phone after she did a few more ringing up of things, and then a guy came to finish bagging the rest of the groceries while this was all happening. And now my shoulder is sore, and my patience is at an end. So I'm ready to go home. 5-minute drive, 2.1 miles. Unfortunately, it is an apartment. To leave at the door. I have a gate code, I have a building number, I have directions on how to get to the building. This poor elderly old lady in the paper towel section, and she was on speakerphone with her husband, and he wanted, she was doing the shopping by herself, and she was just this little lady, and she looked like she was in her late 80s, really tiny and really frail. It looked like she could barely walk. She had these big giant sunglasses on. She was hobbling. She looked like she was like 4'7". She was so little. And she was yelling into the speakerphone, telling her husband, well, what do you want? What do you want? And he's yelling back at her, ah! and she's like, and then her response to everything he says is, I'll talk to you when I get home. I can't talk right now. And he is completely ignoring her. And he's just going on and on and on. And she's like, and she just keeps repeating what she said. She's like, oh, I'll talk about this when I get home. And he's just going, and then she just fades into the distance, into the store. And I could still hear her voice repeating the same things over and over again into the distance. And I thought, boy, I hope in my old age my life isn't like that, because that was depressing. Trying to look on Google Maps the building number for this complex, but I'm not getting any cell phone service, so I'm gonna have to just be patient here. I see the gate is closed on the left and it's closed on the right. I'll try contacting the customer. Somebody opened a gate, so I'm in. which is good news, I guess. If they would make room for me to go in, that would be really good. I guess it must be really narrow. So what do her directions say? Since I can't take the main entrance, first gate on the right at the main entrance, first building on the left. So that would mean I just passed it, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that mean that I just passed it? Take the main entrance, first gate on the right at main entrance, first building on left. Yup, that means I just passed it based on these instructions. Isn't that just typical? You go in and you would think, oh no, it's gonna be further in. It's like, no, it's the first building, the very first one. Let me just confirm that they are correct. Yep, it's this very first one. But now let's see, where should I park? Let's see, where's a good place to park? I don't know where this building is. Well, I guess I'll park and walk around, get a sense of where it is, because it's a lot of groceries. All right, I found where it's at. It's a bit of a walk, but I'll take the cart and cart it on over. Some good news. The customer increased the tip by $2. So that takes care of any shortfall I was going to have for hitting the goal for the day. So that ended the day on a positive note. So I feel good about that. And I'm not far from home, so that's another plus. So all in all, everything is a-okay. I just have to make sure I get home in one piece. With all this construction, it's really hard to see when it's safe to go. I think I'm gonna make a right. I think it's a little bit too much today to be dealing with. I'm like, I'll just go this way. I don't want to deal with the drama. So let me see. How would I assess today? It's 10:07 a.m. So I would say today was a good day because the day ended quickly. It was not a long day, so I'm very happy about that. And there weren't any super difficult problems that came up during the day. In fact, it was pretty darn busy all day long. I would say the biggest gripe I had all day was that one pregnancy test delivery where I had to get by that elementary school with all the traffic and the crossing guard and that whole effing mess that I had to put up with because the app decided that it would be much faster. It would be so much faster for me to drop off the order with the case of water and then drop off that pregnancy test at the other building. That really got stuck in my craw today. But other than that, everything was fine. So thank you all so much for watching once again. Hopefully I have the right numbers today up on the screen. Remember, today is Thursday, so hopefully there's a big word in white next to me that says Thursday. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys again tomorrow for Friday's episode as we get closer and closer to the goal of $420 by the end of Sunday. Bye for now.